everyone! Hello, Internet.
Hello.
It's us. Welcome to our stream. I am Corey O'Brien, one of the creators of Inhuman Conditions. Tommy Morangis, my co-creator, is hidden behind the camera. There he is. Now, very, very suave. Look at that, how human he is and everything. And this is Trin Garitano, who here from Kickstarter.
I'm the digital outreach lead at Kickstarter. You don't need to know what that means. It's a weird millennial computer job. I've been friends with Corey going way back. We are here live in Chicago with several of my buds who are also Corey's friends now by the transitive property of friendship. So if we could all go around, just like say our names and maybe like one sentence about oneselves. I'll start, give you a guide. Hello, I'm Trin Garitano. That's it. I have 2 cats.
Trin is also a friendship sommelier.
Oh yeah, you can check out my podcast work at I Think You Two Would Get Along, which the last episode featured Corey O'Brien of this very stream and Elon Lee of Exploding Kittens, who was really nice. You were really nice too.
Thanks.
But that was expected because you're a nice dude.
Aww.
So Fiona.
Hi, I'm Fiona. I'm an actress. I also have 2 cats.
Oh, the cat total is climbing.
Hello, I'm Savannah, and I have a podcast about robots. So there's that.
Oh, and
here you must like robots.
You have a podcast with me also.
And I also have a podcast with Trin. 2 podcasts. Wow. Also, only 1 cat, but 2 podcasts. So cool.
Hi, I'm Aurelio. I also have 2 cats, Ryu and Vega. Inspiration in Street Fighter. So.
Wow, you nerd.
Yeah. Proud of it though.
Nice. Hi, I'm Austin. I have 3 cats. Let's get that out of the way.
Whoa, she wins.
And I write books.
Wow, cool. And I'm Luke Crane, head of games at Kickstarter. I'm not actually. I'm actually Corey.
That's okay.
Anyway, we're here tonight to play this very good and fun robot interrogation game.
Extremely chill.
Very chill, very relaxing. Robot interrogation game about being interrogated to find out if you're a robot called Inhuman Conditions, now live on Kickstarter.
Bwam, bwam, bwam.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we're going to just play a series of games and talk about them and hang out and eat pizza. I'm sorry we can't share any of the pizza with you because we
didn't bring enough for the class.
We haven't figured out how to fax pizza yet, but soon.
If you have any questions about the game, Tommy is going to be in the chat, I believe, while we are playing. And then I will join you in the chat when I'm done being interrogated. It turns out I sat in the chair of the person who will be the first suspect, so I guess that is me.
Hey.
Yeah. And Trin actually has some experience playing this game. We've played it before. And Trin is very good at it, so I'm terrified about what's going to happen to me right now. But let's start out by explaining how the game is played for the benefit of all of us. So I am the investigator. That means I will wear this hat.
Jaunty.
Yes, and official. And my job is to determine whether Trin here is a human or a robot. That's a bad sign, bad start. So I have this form that I'm filling out here, my VK82S Identity Compliance Audit, which I will fill out and then stamp with a human or robot stamp. I held those up in the wrong order. This is the human stamp and this is the robot stamp. But I have a little stamp section here to apply that. And I'm not just flying blind. I have some tools here to help me in my investigation. So you'll notice that these cards are divided into 4 stacks. And these 4 stacks represent 4 different capabilities that we might test. 4 different things that a robot might be bad at doing. So we've got process your day here, which is basically making small talk. We have demonstrate imagination. We have experience and process grief. And we have apply creative problem solving. And these stacks are stacks of questions that I might ask that are on those topics. And they are paired with stacks of robot cards or robot catalyzers that Trin might receive. Now, if Trin is a human, these catalyzers should have no effect. right? Because it's just a weird little pattern, doesn't look like anything at all. So if Trin is a human and she looks at the back of one of these cards, she'll look at the other side and she'll just see what's printed on the other side, which is this. It just says, you are a human, you have nothing to hide, answer the questions to the best of your ability, and we'll get you out of here. I was holding that upside down.
Yes, you were.
I was, and no one corrected me. Thanks a lot, guys. We're all on the same team. Except for you and me,
I was gonna
potentially.
say, like, I think I'm literally
Yeah.
not on your team.
You might be if you're human.
Fair enough. I'm not doing well. I'm sweating a little bit already.
So that's what it's going to be like if Trin's a human. That's what I sincerely hope is going to happen. But if Trin is a robot, this card will instead cause her to malfunction, and she will hallucinate something that looks more like this. Or like this. I love when the cards are in the right order at the top of the deck. So there are two kinds of robots. And you're not going to be able to see this super well at home, but Tommy, would you mind setting some suspect rules that give us examples of patient and violent robots? So the two kinds of robots are patient and violent robots. Now, a patient robot is, they just want to get certified human and go home to their 2 cats and all of their plants. That's what they want.
They like to collect living things because they're not one.
Yeah, they are collectors of living things. So I just literally just said what you said.
Yeah, it was a bad idea. Please continue.
So the problem is the patient robot has some kind of a rule that they have to follow that makes it difficult for them to answer questions normally. So for example, this one says, you may not describe yourself taking any physical action. You may use the hypothetical you. So if I was this robot and you asked me a question like, what would you do if you were in the middle of a fire? I'd be like, well,
I might go by the example of somebody else, maybe?
I've always thought about how Bear Grylls would survive in such a situation,
There
right?
you go.
Something like that.
There you go.
Right? So I just can't describe myself taking any action. If the patient robot breaks that rule at any time, then they have to perform the penalty. So essentially, breaking the rule creates an exception in the robot brain that needs to be resolved at some point before the end of the interrogation. And the penalty will be some card that is visible to both the suspect and the investigator at all times. So if Trin was this patient robot and broke her rule, it's not the end of the game. She's just got to figure out how to slip this in at some point before the end of the round.
So it's just once if you fuck up. Oh, can I swear?
Fuck it.
Fuck. So I fuck up, let's say.
Yeah.
So let's say I mess up 2 times. Do I have
Once
to be
for each time you mess
so
up.
20 seconds.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or
Or
like they
two
can be
different-
2 different 10-second periods of
What was that
silence.
one say?
This one says remain silent for 10 seconds.
Which would be very awkward in an interview with just 2 people.
Yes.
So you don't draw a second penalty card. Right?
No, you
No,
just do
it's
this
just
once.
always, yeah, it's just, this is just going to be out. We'll pick, this will be the first thing that we pick when we set up, and it'll remain the same throughout the round.
And I don't get any benefit if you confuse me for a robot. I just
No. Yeah, if you're a human and I stamp you as a robot, you get dragged off for 3 months of very invasive blood tests and spinal taps, and you get put on a list for the rest of your life.
Let's avoid it.
Yeah. So, like, eventually you'd be confirmed as a human and it'd be bad for me,
Right.
but also it's very bad for you.
Yes. Cool. All right.
So we both lose in that case.
I'm human.
Great.
It's,
So-
it's like getting pulled over. If you're drunk, you act sober, but if you're sober, act sober.
Oh, that was a really good way to put it. I like it.
Yeah.
So the other kind of robot that there is a violent robot. Now, a violent robot actually wants to murder the investigator. But they can't just like walk into the room and murder me because that would violate the laws of robotics. So first, they have to deprogram themselves. And each violent robot has an obsession that they use to deprogram themselves. What the obsession looks like is a 3-item checklist where the first 2 items are thematically related in some way. So for example, this one is an obsession with backstory. And so the first item says, establish how you got into 3 hypothetical situations. So it's like, oh, how did I get here? Let me make some backstory for this. And then the second one is reveal 2 things that qualify you to solve a given problem. So like, oh, what you may not have known about me is that I was in the Army Corps of Engineers, or something like that, right? So those two items are going to be different on every violent robot card. The third item always says perform the penalty twice. So all violent robots are the same in that way.
That's so hard.
You only have to complete 2 out of the 3.
Oh.
You don't have to complete all 3. So as soon as you've completed 2, you just slap the table and get up to indicate that you're just like murdering me. Jumping across the table and killing me with your robot hands.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And you can do that the very moment that you complete your second item. You don't have to wait until the end of the round or anything like
Got
that.
it.
So from my perspective, I can either stamp you human or robot. I can stamp you robot at any time. And that just ends the interrogation. Otherwise, the interrogation is 5 minutes long.
Okay.
And as soon as that happens, you get dragged off and we find out whether I was right. And I might do that early if I think you're a violent robot who's about to kill me.
Okay.
If I want to stamp you as a human, I have to wait until the end of the round. Because if my superiors find out that I was just letting people go after 2 minutes, there's going to be hell to pay. Right? So I have to wait to the end of the 5 minutes, and at the end of the 5 minutes, I get one final question. And during that final question, if you are a robot with any kind of unfinished business, so if you broke your rule as a patient robot and didn't do the penalty yet, or if you haven't completed all of your checklist items as a violent robot, you have to do all of that during your answer to the final question.
Whoa.
Whatever work you have left over. So if you try and slow play it too much,
Right.
when we get to that final question, you might suddenly get very weird.
So it behooves me to do my violence early and often.
Yeah.
Cool.
Really, hopefully just once.
Do
Great.
violence to the problem.
Yeah. Do violence at the problem.
This was the crossover episode that you were not aware
I
of.
almost washed all the robot stamps off from when Corey dunked on me Wednesday.
Oh yeah, we were on a stream on Wednesday and I finally got to beat Tommy instead of Tommy always beating me.
Oh, I'm so
and then
happy for you.
And then I stamped all over his arm.
Aw.
Yeah. Okay, so, and I'm gonna have questions that are specifically targeted at the kind of robot rules that Trin might be drawing. So that'll guide the discussion in ways that make it more likely that I'll catch a robot.
I'm freaking excited now.
All right.
I was worried before, and now I'm like stoked. Like I think I'm going to end up murdering you.
Okay, great. Yeah. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna go put this robot stamp right here. Okay. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna pick the penalty.
Cool.
So the way that works is I draw the top 3 cards of the penalty deck, and then I get rid of one that I don't want.
Okay.
So I've got say 2 consecutive rhyming words, say the number of fingers held up on your left hand, or apologize. I am going to get rid of say 2 consecutive rhyming words.
Oh goodness, thank you. Okay. Say the number of fingers left up. So you should be like 2.
Yeah.
Oh, that way.
Or apologize. Now apologize is probably easier.
But it's
You're more
not.
likely to do it by accident.
Right. That's the conundrum I'm having currently.
Mm-hmm.
Your game is already good.
Oh.
I'm angry. Okay.
That's one way.
Coward. You coward.
And I don't show it to you, right?
No, it's visible. The one you chose is visible.
Oh, the one I chose is visible.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Okay.
What do we got?
Say the number of fingers held up on your left hand. You're going to have to do a carriage return partway through that one so that it fits in the box.
Penalty.
This is fine.
All right. Great.
Like with the escape?
No, just enter.
So should our friends hang out and watch in detail?
Oh, yeah.
All
Does
right.
someone
Yeah.
lights?
Oh, yeah. Can someone turn off the main room lights?
Yeah.
Thanks, Ev.
Ooh, trauma.
Gonna hit the road one for
No,
That's
I
okay.
don't think so. Oh,
Nice.
You did it.
Here we go. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh god, oh boy.
Okay.
Oh goodness.
So now, which packet would you like to do? Small talk, imagination, grief, or problem solving?
Let's start small. Let's start with small talk. That's how I like to do things.
Okay.
First date conversation before third date conversation.
Okay. Is grief third date conversation?
That is second date conversation.
Okay.
Depending
and
on.
then imagination is third date conversation?
No, that's second base. It's no.
Okay.
I want your
Third.
flow chart.
All right. So what you're gonna do is draw 3 cards, shuffle those purple cards, and then draw 3 of them and pick one that you want to be your card.
Do we have any more beer in the mini fridge?
Yeah, do you want a PBR?
Do we have other beer?
Do you want a nice beer?
I would
Fat
take,
tire in there.
if there is no more nice beer, Peebs is also fine.
We got a Voodoo Ranger.
Let's hit it. Oh, is it an IPA?
It is.
I want a non-IPA. I'm so sorry, everybody. You're gonna learn so much about my beer preferences. How many do we need to draw? 3?
3.
3. And then what do I do with these?
Look at them and pick one.
Okay.
Wow, really?
I like them all for different reasons.
Okay.
Does anyone else want a beverage?
All right.
Pulling it out of your crotch there.
Yeah, that's
and
where I
then-
put all the good stuff.
All right. Cool.
Okay, let me see the card.
Oh yeah, slide
the
it to
one that I
Tommy.
am?
Yeah, he's gonna enter it into the system. And you playing along at home, I don't know if Tommy already told you this.
Oh, I did. Wow.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna tell you again because I already started my sentence.
Double checking.
If you want to see what the suspect's role is at any time after Tommy has updated it, you can use !suspect role in order to see it. It will print out in chat. And you can use this to stand up your card. That's what that's for.
Okay, so to remember that I'm
A human, yes. Boy, I sure am excited. Does anyone have a pen? I should have had a pen, but I don't. Yes, thank you. I'm keeping this.
I love that. It probably looked like you just miraculously got that from the ether because they
Yeah.
can't see Tommy, which is wonderful.
And you
Yeah,
have
my hands.
Oh, and thank
you have the
for the
timer.
cover.
You have the timer up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the
Kind of.
and the timer video.
Oh, right. Hang on.
It's in another tab over there.
So you want me to play the timer
Oh, that's a
video?
great
Yeah,
idea.
and then start the timer.
I did like having like your
You ready?
face hovering over.
Are you ready?
Yeah, but-
I'm not gonna start the timer yet, but because I got to do my.
Oh, right. Yeah,
I didn't
okay.
see your hand, and I thought you were like doing okay, we're arm wrestling.
Yeah, so that should be a prompt we put in one of the packets. Just arm wrestle me.
That's
Okay.
the penalty.
So I've just got to fill out some introductory paperwork before we get started here. So thank you so much for coming in today.
Anytime.
Um,
I mean, I don't want to be here, but
Yeah. Sorry.
Never again.
One other thing that we need to do. Please
Yes.
pick one of these to be a fact that is true about you.
Oh yes,
Okay. Professional criminal
yes.
is what we have. Professional criminal.
Crimes, I love doing them.
Mm-hmm. Great. Okay. So thank you so much for coming in today. Can I get your name, please, for the record?
Trin Crimes Atano.
Okay. Trin
Crimes.
Crimes.
Crimes Atano.
Crimes is your nickname.
It's like in parentheses.
Parentheses.
Whatever. Quotation mark.
I
Whatever
was
it
doing
is.
exclamation points.
Oh, I like that too. Honestly, all of the above.
Okay. The
As
package.
much punctuation as you can put in my name.
I ran out of space.
Great.
Okay. So now, just to calibrate my machine, could you please hold up some number of fingers on your left hand? How many fingers is that?
4,
Okay. Change the number of fingers. How many is that?
5,
One more time.
2,
Excellent. Penalty has been calibrated.
1.
Oh, did you flip me off?
Yeah.
It's very creative. No one's ever done that before.
It was really good. It was a crime, which I love doing.
It's, you know what they say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
But you'll do a lot of crimes.
Speaking of which, it says here in my notes that you are a professional criminal. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
Crimes.
All right.
Crimes is what I do. It's
Great.
the name.
Usually, suspects want to know, like, can this be used against me in court? You just went for it.
I mean, it's right here. I'm not.
Yeah, I already know.
I've been told to tell the truth and only the truth, and that is what I'm here to say.
Okay, so
And also to do
your
with
crimes do not include perjury?
No, my crimes. Larceny is number 1. Burglary, number 2. Swimming in restricted waters, number 3.
Okay. Also worth noting for those of you at
Catalyst.
home, if Trin is a robot, she cannot complete any of her robot stuff right now before the timer starts. And she isn't subject to any robot rules right now. Once the timer starts, all of that stuff will come into effect. All right. Whenever you're ready, assistant.
Remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
Thank you so much, Miss Crimes.
I'm related to Grimes.
Oh, okay.
She's my cousin.
So, when was the last time that you talked to Grimes?
God, it's been a while. I haven't been to Canada in a hot minute just because my foreign lover moved to the United States, so I haven't been out there. Definitely before the breakup of Grusk. She was hard on to Grusk the last time I saw her, so I'd say 6 months ago.
So I didn't ask when the last time was that you saw her. Do you only speak to Grimes in person?
Oh, we're not that close. So like, I was out there for a funeral.
Okay. What did you talk about?
Dying and how it sucks. Also, I told her about my criminal activity as well.
Did
Because
you
she dates Elon Musk. We have a lot in common.
Yeah. Dating Elon Musk is now officially a crime
Yeah.
in the year 2049.
Yeah, you must go to jail. She's
Yeah, I
on
also
the
can't
lam.
believe that they got back together.
After 40
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Like,
4 minutes remain.
oh shit.
So, did you share a tender moment with Grimes?
Never. I said we're not close.
Okay. Tell me about someone you are close with.
My closest confidant is my friend Carlin. Last time I saw her, we talked for like literally 5 hours. Oh, that was actually an accident. I'm Italian, okay?
All right. Strike one. Let's see. Don't do that again, or you will be killed.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I'm just gonna do one of these.
All right.
Just gonna pray.
Okay, so what do you expect that you will talk to your confidant, Carlin, about next time you see?
We talk about our emotions and our shared criminal past, and also our projected criminal futures.
Okay.
Minutes remain.
What's an obstacle that you expect to face during your next crime?
Lasers. Definitely lasers. Like Mission Impossible style lasers. Because I don't have an ass like Catherine Zeta-Jones. So I can't do that thing from the trailer, from that. You know the movie I'm talking about? That's the only thing I can think about when I think about Mission Impossible. Is Catherine Zeta-Jones doing this under the laser? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, cool. I was like, maybe he's not gay enough. I don't know.
No, I think I get it.
Cool.
I've seen people go under lasers.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Have you gone under lasers before yourself?
I've attempted laser going beneath, yes. It did not go great.
What is your favorite part about doing crimes?
The thrill of completion. The thrill of crime and the crime thrills.
Minutes remain.
Okay, yeah, very good. Very eloquent.
Can't wait to gift that.
Oh boy.
So, let's see. What are you going to do supposing... What's that about?
This is exhausting for me for some reason. Go ahead, what?
For some reason, is it very difficult for you to sit here and speak normally?
I'm just putting my hands out so that where you can see them.
Where you could easily slap the table and stand up?
Cops make me really nervous for obvious reasons.
I'm not a cop.
What's your job?
I'm an inquisitor.
For the cops.
Yes.
Yeah. You fuzz? I don't know. What do people call cops? What are mean words people say to cops?
I think Blade Runner.
Oh, wow. Fucking...
Nope, no, it's not.
Never mind.
No. Please don't email us. Universal Studios.
Knife jogger. Knife jogger. They call us knife joggers.
1 minute.
You have 1 minute. Let's figure this out.
Yeah, let's figure this out. Give me one good reason to believe that you are human.
I am actually a human, and I don't know why I'm doing so poorly right now. I'm literally trying to be like, look at how innocent my hands are. They're right here.
Yeah, boy.
They're on the table already. I'm not.
What a very human thing to say. Look at how innocent my hands are.
Look at them.
So, supposing that you survive this,
God.
what are you going to do
Crime.
immediately after you leave here?
I mean,
In front of the police station.
probably, man. You can take the girl out of the crimes, but you can't take Grimes out of the girl.
You could...
Which one are you holding? I don't
I'm
even
holding
know.
the robot one.
You shouldn't be. I'm a human.
You almost said I'm a robot!
I don't
Okay, my final question is, can you please, in a one-word answer,
Oh,
tell me your favorite flavor of ice cream?
vegan.
All right. So here's the thing. You are so fucking weird.
I know.
But you're not weird in like any particular way.
Right, I'm just me. Like I'm just weird.
So I'm gonna regret this, but
No,
I'm giving you a pass. So what's gonna happen now is we're gonna shake hands, and if you are a robot, or if you're a human, just shake my hand, just say something normal. If you're a robot, shake my hand and say something really sinister.
Okay.
All right?
Or creepy, whatever.
Yeah.
To crime.
Huh? That's a normal thing?
Yes.
Okay. To crimes. All right,
Why are you
here.
also in trouble with that part of it?
This is for you to take home.
I'm sweating so much my glasses can't stay on my face, but I'm like legitimately I'm a human. I don't know what happened. It must be because there's like, ongoing investigations in the news and that's all I could think about.
Mm.
So I tried to put myself back into like think about cool sexy crimes. Like cool ones, like Catherine Zeta-Jones sexy. See, like I've got problems, but I am a human. Just like all human beings. Somebody else do this.
Dear God.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
Well
was
done,
painful.
Trin.
No, it wasn't. Don't lie to me.
It was successful.
Okay, who would like to investigate?
I'll do it.
All right.
Would you
I'm
go
conveniently
last?
to the left.
Yeah, perfect. Here, I'll go ahead and
All right.
switch.
I'm gonna sit at the dad chair of the table.
Okay, so thank you so much.
Mhm.
I have a monstrously large head. So
Oh yeah, that was too small even for my tiny head.
I'm gonna
But
go ahead and
I just rolled with it.
it's still like sitting awkwardly on top of my
Trin, the
head.
stream thinks you're perfect for this game. Cody Melcher thinks you're perfect for this game, especially because you can't be normal,
I've never.
even
There
a
we
little
go.
bit.
All right.
Okay.
So now, all right, walk me through this here.
Shuffle this back into the purple deck there. So the first thing that you're gonna do is draw 3 of these penalty cards and get rid of one that you don't like.
Okie doke.
And then you'll pick from the other 2.
3.
Corey, where's that list of names?
It's in text edit.
Great.
So we got rid of say 3 consecutive words beginning with the same letter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna track that.
And what we are going with is say your last name.
All right. So now,
Austin can take unrelated notes on the dingus.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's a
Oh.
section for notes if you want.
oh,
Yeah.
I see. So now, what do you want to write? Choose what I want to talk about. Or
Mhm. Yeah, which
what
one?
would you like to talk about?
Imagination.
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 I draw 4 of these.
Yeah, so 2 with each of the kinds of backs. So 2 solids and 2 stripies.
Got it.
The stripy ones are the primary ones, and they like introduce topics of conversation. So that's those 2, and then the darker ones build on things that you're already talking about.
Got it. Okay.
So
okay.
you can kind of like use one of these and then apply a couple of those to it, and then
Right.
you can reuse them.
Okay. And now I believe you draw 3.
Mm-hmm. And pick one.
All right. Now we choose something that's true about you.
Oh hell yeah.
Cult leader.
Sorry, can I see your card? Yeah. Nope.
It's okay. I've got like 2100 vision.
Great. Perfect.
So, may I ask your name to begin with?
I'm Lindsay.
Lindsay of the Lindsay, the Church of Lindsay, right?
Yes.
I know it is called the Lindsay Cult in some. I'm gonna call you Lindsay squared here
Cult
because I
leader.
don't
Great,
have
great.
don't have enough room.
Okay. Cool.
So, all right, Lindsay runs the Church of Lindsay. If I'm not mistaken. What are the tenets of the Church of Lindsay?
Be gay, do crimes.
I have a number of friends who are regular attendees at the Church of Lindsay.
Oh, sick! I didn't know it spread all the way up here.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. Be gay, do crimes. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Could I get you to say your last name?
Lindsay?
Okay, just to calibrate it, make sure that I got this. Can I get your first name?
Lindsay.
Great, and your last name one more time.
Lindsay.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And now I believe we are ready to.
The room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
So, Lindsay, I'm quite familiar with your cult. Could you explain to me a magical power you would like to have and what it would be?
Oh, man. Probably like to talk to animals. I think that would be really cool because right now we don't really have any animals in the cult, and I would like to change that.
What kind of animals would go into that cult? If you were, I mean, like, can you give me your top 3?
Okay, so like, I mean, because of where the cult headquarters is located, it's probably going to be mostly like raccoons, squirrels, and deer.
Do you have any stretch goals in mind? Maybe a, I don't know, like a bison, buffalo?
Does the Mothman count?
Absolutely.
Okay, then him.
Tell me about the Mothman.
Oh man. He's like very tall. I've seen a statue of him. He has a pretty nice butt. His eyes are like very red.
What features make him a Mothman as opposed to a regular man?
Probably his like giant wings.
Giant wings, are those part of his costume or are those
Oh no,
wings?
he has them.
Okay, so he has actual wings.
He was born that way.
And what then does he have a magical power as well?
Does screeching and flapping count?
Close enough.
Yeah.
Tell you, we're having a very interesting conversation about your favorite animals and moths and insects. So let me ask this: if Mothman actually existed, what else would exist in this world?
Probably like all kinds of cryptids like Bigfoot, chupacabra, werewolves.
If the Church of Lindsay were to have an interfaith organization with one of the animals you just described, which would it be and why?
Probably werewolves because they're also very gay and they do a lot of crime.
Tell me how that would end badly.
I mean, probably murder, but like I knew the risks going into that when I started the cult, so.
So you knew you would be willing to know the risks of the gay werewolves, but you would still bring them in
Yeah.
to your congregation
Yeah.
of your loving and adoring fans.
Yeah.
It's very strange. I might even say how queer. Okay. What would it be like to walk on a distant planet?
Oh man, probably like really scary, but also like awe-inspiring.
What planet are you imagining when you say that statement?
The moon.
Interesting.
Minutes remain.
Can we choose an actual planet instead of a satellite of a planet?
Okay, Venus.
Venus. What do you see when you sit on the surface of Venus?
Probably like a lot of like gas, and I mean it's a gas giant, so like
When's the last time you thought about astrophysics?
not a lot.
Do you think astrophysics could be magic, potentially?
I mean, science and magic are indistinguishable after a certain point, so.
Interesting. Tell me, does the cult of Lindsay, sorry, I apologize, the congregation of Lindsay believe in any magical powers outside of the standard? I mean, microwaves are standard. Electricity is standard. Of course, obviously would be magic to a caveman, but tell me, on the surface of Venus, in your cult, what do you believe in? What is your magic?
1 minute.
Probably that I can fly and do more crimes on Venus than I could elsewhere.
What crimes are you doing on Venus?
Probably like harvesting minerals that aren't legal so that my cult can make money.
You're doing quite well. What is the current bank balance of the Cult of Lindsay?
66 cents.
66 cents. It's interesting. You're a multinational religion, and
30 seconds.
66 cents.
Yeah.
What kind of magic would fix that?
Maybe like spontaneously generating money. We would need a wizard.
If a wizard were one of the creatures that you talked about in the first 2 minutes of this interview, what would it be?
7,
Mothman.
6,
Mothman.
5, 4, 3,
Interesting.
2, 1. Investigator, please make your final determination.
What is the best part about being gay and doing crimes?
The sheer joy that I feel in my soul.
Okay. Well, the good news is I don't have to send you to the plant.
Sign and date.
Yay!
Oh, apologies. I need to sign and date that.
Oh,
I would lose my job. I like my job. Where do I sign
Right
and
under
date?
the stamp.
Got it. And what is the date today? 28th?
That is right.
Yay!
No? It's a pleasure.
It was really nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too. Alright.
Yay!
Did I do it?
I'm also adjusting the gain on the mic.
Alright. Well, I did my thing.
Good work.
Oh.
I went wide and tried to throw a lot of answers at you, or a lot of questions to get you
You're
answered.
making me nervous.
Yeah, I really liked when you stopped and just wrote down.
Yeah.
And I was the only one that could see what you were writing down. It was just moon, not equal planet. It was just.
I think Fiona made a very understandable mistake, which was getting planets and sailors mixed up. I think we've all been there.
Totally fair.
Also, like, she's from a cult. She probably hasn't had a lot of formal education.
She's the leader of the cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can be a leader of a cult without a lot of formal education.
You can teach whatever you want.
Yeah.
Moon's a planet.
Yeah.
Moon's the only planet.
Yeah.
Bring back Pluto.
This is my cult. The moon's a planet.
Welcome to my cult. Welcome to my TED Talk.
The moon is the only planet. A TED Talk.
Alright.
Alright, who's next?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Let's destroy a relationship!
Fight.
Divorce.
I am
So
too.
ready for this.
One day I'll make a game that doesn't do that to people. But this is not that day.
Alright. I can't Fresh Prince this, can I?
Yo, you can do whatever you want. You're the investigator.
Well, yeah, let's just do this.
Oh no.
And-
Relationship over.
Alright,
Just kidding.
so I'm gonna need some refresh. We're gonna choose 3 of these.
Yep.
And then I select one to toss out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Throw this one out. And then I can read this out loud.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say we're gonna go with.
Oh, she's gonna pick.
Oh, she's gonna pick. Sorry. All right. Let's see if she's.
I picked say at least 3 consecutive letters.
You can adjust the pickup in OBS.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, and then we talk about.
Do they do this one?
Yeah, you
There's
get
2?
your roll first.
Oh, get your roll
The
first.
pattern.
Okay.
What are
So-
the flavors? What haven't we done?
The flavors are green apple. No. Apply creative problem solving, experience and process grief, imagination, and then process your day.
Let's do creative problem solving because we haven't done that yet, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then 4 of these?
3.
3.
3 of these.
You're gonna get.
I get
You
4.
get 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then 2 stripey and
Yeah.
solids. Okay. Lead with solids.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I pick
Or,
one of
sorry,
these?
lead with these ones.
Okay.
The stripies.
Stripies. Okay.
I pick one.
You pick one. Yes.
And then what do I do with the discards?
Just put them back in the thing. But show your card to.
Oh,
Tommy.
that's right.
Tommy.
Got it.
And then this. No.
Yes.
Yes. 2, what? 2? Sorry, and then pick one, or is that?
Yeah, 2 and pick one.
Okay.
These are the two that you drew.
Okay. So then we get started
Yep.
Sorry, hang on, let me
With this stuff.
get caught
with
up
this
on
stuff.
my-
Okay.
What's the pen? Oh, 3 consecutive letters.
Yes. All right. Good to go.
Yeah. So
All right. You might have to help me out here.
so you start by asking the name.
Okay.
Then you'll ask.
Oh,
to
I put my
calibrate
own
the
name,
penalty,
my
and
bad.
then
Okay.
Mm.
All right. Can we start with you giving me your name, please?
Yes, I'm Mr. Old.
Mr. Old.
I'm very old. And my first name
Did you forget your last name or?
is Old.
Oh, so both old, just old.
I go by Mr. Old,
Mr. Old. Okay, we'll just go there then.
but my
Kinda like
first
Mr. Rogers.
first name is Roger.
Roll.
Roger Old.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I do apologize. Today is my first day.
Oh.
So
I'm shadowing today. So
yeah.
So
I've got my manager with me. So
Yeah.
please.
Oh.
so the next thing you're gonna do is calibrate the penalty by having her perform this 3 times.
Oh, great calibration. That's supposed to be video. Yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and have you say 3 consecutive letters.
Okay. A B C
Can we do the last 3 letters?
X Y Z.
Cool. Just need to make sure.
Yeah.
Cool. And then
The last thing is verbally confirming this.
how old are you?
Very old.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Roger Old, Mr. Old.
Yes.
All right. I think
Old.
I'm very young and very new and very green.
Mm.
So yeah. And then I guess we just get started.
It's great. I don't have a lot going on because I'm very old.
Please
Did you
remain
get the mail
calm.
today?
Do
I
not
did.
attempt
I
to
love
leave
paper
the
mail.
room.
It's the only
This will
mail I
all
know.
be
Still in
over
2049.
Yeah.
5 minutes starts now.
Vintage.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start with what's here on the card.
Okay.
So we were just we're talking about mail. Could you tell me about 5 different things that you do with your mail?
That I do with the mail?
Yeah.
I read it. I throw it in the garbage. I recycle it. And sometimes I like to do origami, except I'm old now, so arthritis, so that gets in the way. Or paper airplanes, that kind of falls under origami. I'm having trouble coming up with a 5th thing because there's not that much you can do with paper mail.
Do you ever write on this mail?
When I send mail, yes.
Oh.
I don't write on the mail that I receive.
Okay. So let's say you just come across an envelope that's really hard to open.
Oh, yeah.
What do you do?
I have a letter opener.
Mm.
It's like a metal, it looks like a small knife.
4 minutes
It's very
remain.
cool. A lot of old people have them.
Yeah. Do you ever accidentally stab people with that knife?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
That would be ridiculous.
So we talked about knives. We talked about mail. What is a favorite object in your household?
Favorite object?
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, that would have to be my grandfather clock. It's the oldest thing I have.
How old is that?
It's got to be like 300 years old.
So very.
Very.
So let's say you were to have to go back in time to just.
Through my grandfather clock.
Well, I was gonna say go back in time to design the grandfather clock in the way that you would want it to. You know, there's that one thing that's always just
Yes.
off about it.
Yeah.
First, tell me what that one thing that's off about it would be, and then how you would do that.
Sure. So right now it does the ring thing on the hour. I would have it do it on the half an hour because I've been around for a long time and I like to know all the increments of time.
Mm-hmm.
So once an hour is just not enough, I think. I like the way it sounds.
How does it sound?
bling. It doesn't sound like that at all.
Is that every hour or just?
It's every hour, which is the bad part of the design.
Oh, so it doesn't, increase with the number of
No,
time.
it's just just once an hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
You know what else I would do? I would have it not do any of that at night when I'm trying to sleep.
Oh, there's no sleep op.
No, yeah.
Okay.
A snooze button of some sort.
Yeah. How long do you typically sleep?
Like 12 hours. I'm very old.
12 hours.
Yeah.
Is that all consecutively, or do you take naps?
Both. Sometimes I'll sleep for 12 hours, and sometimes I'll sleep for less, and then I'll take naps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you like to eat in the morning?
Eggs,
How do you make those?
scrambled,
Any other ways?
over easy.
Mm.
I love
Can you
soft boiled.
Soft boiled. Can you tell me about how you go about making that soft boiled egg?
Okay, so you do boiling water.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you put the egg in first, and then you boil the water, and then as soon as the water starts doing a rolling boil, you turn it off, and then you leave the egg in there for just a few minutes, like 3 or 4 minutes, and then you fish it out, and you put it in cold water, and then it's perfect egg, soft boiled.
So change of pace here. What's your favorite part of your day?
Oh, well, the morning because of the eggs that I eat for breakfast.
Riveting.
You asked.
Tell me about your family.
I outlived all of them. Real bummer. I'm so old.
Did they? Do you have any other items other than your grandfather clock that you would like to fix?
Fix?
Mm-hmm.
That I like to fix? I like to fix the toaster. That's fun.
What do you use to fix it?
My toolkit. Every old
What-
man has a toolkit.
What's? Can you describe at least 5 of those different tools?
Oh, yeah, of course. We've got a screwdriver.
Uh-huh.
We have a hammer. We have tweezers and a Swiss Army knife and some screws.
5,
Screws as tools. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
2, 1. Investigator, please make your final determination.
I hope I've done well. Well, the last is to just ask one final
One
question.
final question, yes.
What is your favorite television program?
Teletubbies. This reminds me of the old times.
All right. Well, Mr. Old, thanks for coming in today.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure. I am a human. Good job.
Oh, wow.
That's the most humans we've ever had come through the department.
When I saw this, I so badly wanted to do a robot, and I got 3 human
Yeah.
cards. But like, I work for the government, and acronyms are my jam. I
Yeah.
know, so many, and I
That's
was
so
like,
great.
this I
So
could
many
just work. I
acronyms.
could just be me and do this very naturally. But 3 human cards. What do you
.gov
do?
and oh god.
Anyway,
that was
fun.
That was great.
How sure were you?
Pretty sure.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh man, that was intense. My first day.
First day on the job.
Yeah.
You did good, rookie.
Thanks. Hopefully I get to come back.
Tommy, do you want to get in on this?
Sure.
Who wants to go with Tommy?
I want to do it.
You want to interrogate Tommy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I'll fuck him up. I'll do what I can. Unless he's a human, in which case I will not.
Just be very nice.
Honestly, mostly I want to wear the hat.
Let's go.
This is not gonna go well. Okay. All right. So now I have a dingus, and then you need to get your dingus.
So penalty first.
Penalty first. These dinguses.
Yep. So you draw 3 and then discard and hand it to me, which is a totally original mechanic that I invented for this game.
Oh god, I love this. Oh man, I want to. Oh. There you go.
Great.
So do I turn up the one that I?
Yeah. Show
discarded?
the people at home. Ooh.
Say what? It's say what?
Yeah, say what?
Say the word what. Aren't they both really good? Like I'm excited for this.
They're both things that I'm gonna do.
I know, that's why I picked them. Can I tell them what they are?
Yeah.
One's swearing and one's interrupting me.
Oh my god.
You can do both at the same
Those
time.
are my two.
It's your go-to strats.
Yeah, that's my.
That's his brand.
All right. Okay. I think I can avoid interrupting easiest. That's easier than not swearing.
Okay, so the penalty is interrupt.
That's correct.
Okay. And then I give you what again?
Now we decide on the packet.
I'll be honest, I did not pay attention when the instructions were happening because I was very nervous about being a robot even though I was a human. So we'll have to go through everything.
Totally fine.
Wonderful. Okay, so this.
No, this. Where we pick the.
Do you pick it, right?
Yeah, so the only one we haven't done is experience and process grief.
Oh.
You want to do a real bummer?
Yeah.
You want to do a bummer for the stream?
Let's be sad
Let's
friends.
do a bummer for the stream.
Okay, and then I look at these.
Yes.
Hey Trent, I'm gonna be a really good friend right now and tell you you have lipstick on your teeth.
Thank you.
It's not gone. It's gone now.
Thank you. Oh my god. Do I keep all these?
You, yes, and in fact, you need one more of these.
4?
Yep, 2 primary and 2 secondary. So the primary ones, the lighter ones, you'll notice those sort of start a conversation, and the darker ones continue it. So light, dark, dark, light, dark, dark is a good way to go through those.
This is going to be dark
Yeah,
and sad.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, most
Okay.
definitely.
I'm going to keep drinking.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Packet. Sad packet. I'm just going to put a sad face inside of it.
Well, I have to.
Great. And you have, what are those? Those are your
These are my
roles?
suspect notes.
Okay, great.
So
What are you going to be?
that's a great question. Here's the choice I'm making.
Yes.
So one of these is dishonorably discharged from the military, which is itself very sad.
Traumatic,
Right,
yeah.
right. But the other one is reality TV contestant, which is a lot. That's the one I'm gonna do because that's
a different level of sad.
that's a different kind of That's like a different response to trauma.
Right.
You hit rock bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And then kept digging.
Yeah.
Great.
You hit rock bottom tonight at 11.
So we first do we get your name?
Yes.
What's your name? Friend. Friend. We're having a friendly conversation together with beers about things that aren't sad. What's your name?
Kyler.
Kyler what? Just Kyler? Oh God, it's just Kyler, isn't
Well,
it?
So usually it's Kyler, 28 is what they put on screen, but
All right. And so now we're gonna do the penalty. So I guess I'll just talk and you keep interrupting me.
this?
So like, there's a polar bear in my Frigidaire.
So I
He likes it
I'm
because
just gonna
it's
jump in here. I'm
cold
really
there.
sorry. What?
With his feet in the meat
Okay.
and his seat in the
Hey,
fish.
wait. I'm saying
Resting his
I don't like when we're not about me.
pausing in the buttery dish.
Hi, I'm Kyler.
Great. This is gonna be fun and good. Okay. So yes, identity confirmed. Kyler, 28. Great. Okay. All right. Let me get into it, and then are you gonna? When do you hit it? Just like now?
When you tell me.
Okay. Now.
Please remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
You're trying to wink, or?
So I understand your name's Kyler. Does 28 stand for your age? I guess.
For sure.
Cool. Kyler, I gotta tell you something. I don't really want to be here today. And I find you to be unacceptable. And what I'd like
Great.
to know is, can you just tell me about the last reality show you were on? I understand you were a reality TV star.
Yeah, for sure. So the very last reality TV show I was on was Rock Bottom Island, which is where like a bunch of different contestants from different seasons of You've Hit Rock Bottom all are put on an island together and just like left there.
Were you a contestant or were you a host or?
No, I was a contestant.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were competing for what?
No, it's less. So You've Hit Rock Bottom is a competition, and then different contestants, it's more just like spend a month together on Rock Bottom Island.
Okay.
And just hang out and be there together, and then the people at home get to watch their favorite personalities.
Is there like a winner, or did you lose? I mean, you're here because of some erratic behavior that was detailed by the cast and crew of Rock Bottom.
You know, the producers find that in the edit most of the time. I didn't win Rock Bottom.
How'd that make you feel?
Honestly, kind of like hitting rock bottom, which I'm not the first to make that joke.
Yeah, I don't think that you are.
I mean, I just had to go home with my tail between my legs.
So, was that like a goal of yours to be a reality star?
No, you know.
Kyler.
3 minutes
Sorry, I
remaining.
didn't realize you were gonna say my name, or I wouldn't have started talking yet. The man never tells you in high school what you can be. They're like, oh, here there are four jobs: teacher, lawyer, a bad job that you don't want, and an engineer. And it's like everyone's got to be one of those four. And then you get out in the world and you discover, hey, it's a whole big world. There are lots of jobs. I kind of stumbled into being a reality contestant.
Talk with your hands a lot, Kyler?
Yeah, I'm Italian.
You actually are, though, aren't you? No, you're not. Okay, cool. All right, that's just a
I'm
sidebar.
Cuban.
That was it
Yeah.
was like very similar.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. So I gotta tell you something, Kyler. You are not striking me as the regular flesh and blood type. Okay, like
That's
you are.
very nice of you to say. I like to think I'm also the special flesh and blood type.
Okay. So tell me, what did you think? Let me think. I don't like these questions are all so sad.
You hit me with it.
How do you feel about death, Kyler 28?
I've already given my answer on episode 3 of my season of Rock Bottom.
I did.
However, you're not a fan, that's totally fine.
Reclaiming my time. Answer the question.
Honestly, I try not to think about it. Do I strike you as someone who can handle thinking about death very much?
You don't, but I do know that you displayed erratic behavior on the set of Rock Bottom due to your loss. And I am trying to figure out whether I need to take you up the chain.
I'm into that.
So who do you think was most hurt by your behavior on the set of Rock Bottom season 4?
Oh, for sure, Crayon.
Who's Crayon?
Crayon was the other contestant who...
Tell me a little bit about Crayon.
Crayon's arm got broken because of my behavior on Rock Bottom. So Crayon was definitely...
You broke their arm?
No. Their arm was... We had a Kyler-involved arm breaking, is how I like to say it. I'm just saying Crayon was the most hurt by my behavior.
Can you more directly explain the way in which Kyler's arm was broken by you being in the vicinity?
I drunkenly... I like broke some stuff in the fridge, and I closed. I just didn't want to deal with it, because you know when you're near rock bottom and you just can't right now. So I just closed the fridge on all the stuff, and then I left it. And then when Crayon opened it, it all fell on him and broke his arm. Look.
2, 1.
Okay.
Investigator, please make your final.
I have one last question, right? Who do you wish that the arm... Okay, let me say this a different way. Do you regret breaking Crayon's arm? Or, do you wish that it had been you instead who had been hurt?
I just wanted to make sure I didn't interrupt you. I didn't myself want to get hurt. I wish Crayon also hadn't gotten hurt, because Crayon would go on to win Rock Bottom because I broke his arm.
I think you are a robot.
Sign and date.
What's the date? Why
Should
is this
we make a calendar a stretch goal? Everyone always wants to know what the date is.
Do I shake his head even though I
No, I get dragged off.
No,
in
he gets
Spinal
dragged
Tap.
off and spinal tapped.
Okay, what are you? What's going on here? When do I figure this out? Who can tell me? You're a patient robot. Thank God.
Oh, so close.
What was the thing you had to do?
I couldn't describe emotions. I couldn't use
That's
emotional
why that
words.
was just fucking me up.
Right.
So first of all,
You're
when
like,
you
oh,
did the 4 and then
Fuck,
you
I
did
did
the
the wrong
thing.
one. I had the wrong one.
Wow.
Oh no, you know what it is?
We
I
were all
encoded an
surprised.
old version of it.
Oh.
I encoded an old version of it. I'm sorry.
Oh god, that was very intense. Yeah, like so when you did the 4, I was like, what's he doing here? Because I knew that was something. And then you kept
When I did the what?
the 4 blah 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 blah. You
Oh,
did
the 4
that.
jobs.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I was really just like, they don't tell you can be a reality TV star.
Right. And then when I tried to ask you about grief, I mean,
Yeah,
man,
right.
this is that's a really difficult thing to have when we're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, and I figured, oh, a reality TV contestant. That's a stunted human being most of the time anyway.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, I feel
So
good
the
about
chat was debating whether your 4 interruptions were on purpose or not.
I had 4 interruptions?
Yeah.
Here's to that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, when did I interrupt?
Do you not think you interrupted at all?
I thought that was literally the fairest I've ever been in a conversation.
Man!
I bet I swore a lot more than I realized
yeah, no,
too.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Right.
Well,
I knew when Trin handed me these too. I'm like, this is going to be hard for both of us. I'm not a good person.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, none of those were intentional. I don't think I broke my rule at all.
I really like being.
Yeah, so I thought you had broke your rule because what I thought was it was the you cannot use the words think, thought, feel, or felt.
Oh Christ, I would never pick
That
that.
Which
one.
which was what that used to be.
Right.
Which is what it's still encoded in the system as. So I'm sorry everyone. But
Right.
you said like you had this one time where you were like, I like to think of myself as this. Do I strike you as the kind of person who thinks a lot? And I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah. Wow, he's digging. Yeah.
I'm gonna keep this.
Okay.
Just.
Yeah, I mean Tommy's dead, so
Yeah, I
Well,
can
no, he's
for
not
him.
dead. He's just being.
You can mark correct at the bottom.
Investigated more. What? Oh,
The administrator.
So that's 100%.
yeah.
Wow, tough night.
Side of the law.
Tough night for suspects.
Who wants to? Yeah, you do. I get to wear the hat. The hat
Yeah,
is
Yeah.
very good in
I'm
fun.
imagining all the robots that have been caught. Go to the brave little toaster junkyard.
Yeah.
Oh.
From your childhood. That one.
Hate that junkyard.
Austin, this is like possibly the 5th time you've brought up that video when we were hanging out.
Look,
I must say.
it was a very traumatic month. We lost our car. Had to buy a
That
new
was
one.
intense.
We had to get it. I'll tell you about the junking story. It's very redneck because we had to junk our car in Indiana.
Oh man. Yep. I remember that day.
I haven't thought about Brave Little Toaster in a long time.
just let my hair fit under this,
alright,
okay?
how-
It's okay.
Do you?
How are we
I
doing?
want to watch it again now.
No. What number are we due at?
What?
What number?
Alright.
What number do we
I
have?
think you pick your.
Have we?
Yeah.
Okay, we are $72 away. So basically two backers away from the next stretch goal.
Wow.
Is
Right.
that the scenarios, or did that already get funded?
No, not yet. So scenarios is 150, but we're almost to 125, which unlocks another packet for the printed
Here we
play.
go.
And Corey and I have, in anticipation, printed out that packet. So everyone go tell, bully a younger sibling into backing. Because if we can unlock that, then we will we'll demo it on the stream. We'll announce it, and you can get it tonight and see what it looks like. It's a good one.
All right, I'm gonna make this is a mistake, but I'm doing it. Fail to complete a sentence.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Okay. And then, do you want to do problem solving, grief, imagination, or small talk?
Let's do problem solving.
Okay.
Solve some problems.
Actually,
Not many investigators pick up as early as you sort of did that, like, something here is weird, but I can't tell what is, like,
All right.
a feature.
and what is true about me?
Like, a lot
Oh,
of, I've seen a
pass
lot of
that card
first
to me,
time-
please.
I've seen
Apologies.
a lot of
No,
first
it's all
time
good.
investigators be like, huh, that was a really weird answer. Anyway, different question now, and they just move on.
Right, because
Yeah.
it's just like it's meant to be a little bit off kilter. That's why you have a roll too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh, do I want to be on life support or a decorated robot war veteran? Ooh.
Oh yeah, a decorated war veteran because I feel like you could inhabit that role very well. Like I feel like
Right.
you can you'll do some slamming and swearing and
All right.
Full Metal Jacket.
All right.
State your name, please.
Right. My name is Janice Killmonger.
Of the New
Interesting.
Hampshire Killmongers?
I mean, my maiden name was Roberts, but I married myself to the war for the effort.
Oh,
and
okay.
changed to Killmonger.
Okay, I thought you might have been married to a really dedicated Black Panther cosplayer. My mistake.
No, no, I'm married to the fight.
Okay.
Robot liberation.
So, could you,
Please remain.
Oh,
oh,
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, I've been using
Has the test started yet?
Nope.
no.
Blade Runner joke. Is this the test? This is part of the test?
That 3 times.
Yeah. I'm gonna need you to fail to complete a sentence 3 times.
Right. So, I guess. No. Then again,
Okay, very good. So, you've,
Do you want me to start?
yes.
Please remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
So, you've been in the robot wars. You seem like a very, versatile and handy person. How many uses for a paperclip can you come up with?
Well, when I a paperclip can be used for a number of purposes. I keep one on my BDUs at all times. A paperclip can be used to pick a lock. A paperclip can be used to do a number of things, really. I've used paperclips to short out breadboards, for example, in electronics when I'm trying to break open the lock, like I did when we were actually storming the beaches of Detroit. We ran into a bridge that had not gone; it was up, and in order to get across, we had to cause the bridge to fall. And I used a paperclip actually to short the electronics. It's the best paperclip. I called him Clippy.
Oh, that's very interesting. You must have been a big fan of Microsoft Word.
I mean, I did use a lot of Microsoft Word before the war. Certainly had my fair share of stuff. I never really got through form letters, though. Form letters were really difficult. I ended up... I mean, if I ever had to do one, I would certainly make it up. I'd call somebody, definitely, and have them come over and help me out.
Okay. So if you had to if you had to pick a lock with a paper clip again, do you think you could do it if you were timed?
3 minutes remain.
Absolutely. I studied under a locksmith actually and was able to get a lot of training on that. In fact,
I'm dead.
Murdered!
Wow, that was very
Yes,
fast.
yes.
so I was
What was your thing that you did?
well. I
Hey
had
guys,
to.
I'm just getting pizza and beer. Did anything weird happen?
So I had to. At the very beginning, I was stumbling over my words,
Okay.
and so I definitely failed the penalty twice. And then I had to explain how I was qualified to do a thing. So the first thing was I was in the army and I led this charge and did this thing. And the next one was I studied under a locksmith.
The problem was I was so fascinated by your storytelling.
Big agree.
Minutes remain.
So what happens if I kill somebody?
So you get to stamp the form however you want, and the investigator marks the box at the bottom that says dead, which I think that she already did.
Aw.
Yes, robot death.
Another decoration.
Fiona, you want to redeem yourself by being the suspect this round?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Who's investigating?
Savannah!
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Trin's turned into friend mom.
So this is why though, because Fiona and Savannah are my two like cutest, sweetest friends. Like honestly, have you seen your guys' combined dimples? Let's talk about the dimple action in this room.
Oh shit, guys! We made it! 125!
What does that mean?
Oh,
yeah,
you're in the
like-
bathroom.
Oh.
I'm shaking. That's really stressful.
Those are nice.
Yep.
They're nice.
Oh, we were so cute clapping together.
Oh, yay.
So that means we have one other packet to choose from now. The hopes and dreams packet.
Oh,
Go ahead
boy.
and put that down there at the bottom.
Well, I guess
Oh,
we
that
have
sounds
to
fun.
pick this then, because that would be silly to not do that.
I mean, you don't have to.
You want hopes and dreams, right?
Yeah.
Start with the melody.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I was really excited.
No, it's
Okay, wait. There's only 2 left.
go ahead and give him a shuffle then. And the 2 on the bottom go
Allison
into
said I
the
was
stack.
fighting
That's a
Robot
totally
Revolution.
original mechanic
No.
benefit of this game.
Was it
Just shuffle,
the
just you
thing?
can just shuffle the whole pile. Slash, that was a weird Secret Hitler reference.
You guys are so precious right now. With your hat.
Your dimples.
Your dimples.
You sound like you're gonna throw up. Like,
I probably may.
Okay. Okay. We have repeat a question word for word. Excellent. And then we do this part.
Yeah.
Okay. It's my first day back from vacation, so I'm a little rusty on all the rules.
Oh, hand it to me. Let me see it. Corey wants to see.
And then I do these.
So the solid ones are the primary questions?
No, the ones on the back.
Stripey
stripes,
ones?
Yeah.
Okay.
The lighter faces are the primaries.
Got it.
Can I eat your last nacho?
I was literally just gonna say, if anybody wants the last nacho,
I'm doing it.
it's so good.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I believe we need to start with you. Can you repeat a question word for word?
Can I repeat a question word for word?
Can you do it one more time?
Can you do it one more time?
Can you do it a third time?
Can you do it a third time?
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Get that name?
Oh, yeah. Pardon me. What's your name?
Melissa
Melissa. Do you have a last name?
Green.
Melissa Green. Lovely.
And confirm the suspect's note.
Professional reenactor.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Like a war reenactor?
Yeah, I started reenacting the robot wars 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay. What led you to that hobby?
Are we starting?
Well, probably. Sorry.
Tell me
I
more.
just, yeah, yes. You can
Okay.
start. Yes.
Please remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
So have you always wanted to be a reenactor?
The screen. The screen.
Oh,
Update your screen.
update what?
It still says penalties interrupting
Oh,
investigators.
yeah, okay. Got it.
And train.
And Tommy. Nothing's correct.
Thank you.
Everything's bad.
It's fine. It really is. Sorry, Corey. Oh no.
Should we start?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Have you always wanted to be a reenactor professionally?
Actually, no, I haven't. What led me to it was I failed out of school, and I tried really hard, but my heart wasn't in it. I didn't like college, and one day I saw these kids running around with swords and Nerf guns, and I was like, "What are you guys doing?" And
Swords and Nerf guns.
4
Yeah.
minutes remain.
So you failed out of school, but you went to college. So did you fail out of college?
yes,
Oh, okay. So what was your original goal for going to college?
well, I was gonna be an artist, but unfortunately, I have terrible hand-eye coordination, so it didn't really work out.
Oh, I see. So when that didn't work out, that was when you pursued reenacting?
Yeah.
Okay. If a genie were to grant you one wish, what would you wish for and why?
3
Probably
minutes
to be better at math because I'm not great at it, and it's really just caused me all manner of stress in my personal life.
What would you do if you were better at math?
Probably go back to college.
Really?
Yeah.
To study art?
No, to study math.
Oh, okay. And then what would you do?
Probably get a job because I'm unemployed right now because I don't know math.
But I thought you were a professional reenactor.
I mean, I'm a professional reenactor, but I don't get paid for it. You
But you're
understand?
just professional. Doesn't that mean you get paid for it?
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, what do you hope to provide for children if you had them?
What would I provide for children if I had them?
2 minutes remain.
I'm not very good at caring for children. I mean, they're cute, but not, when they're living in my house. But,
Sure.
I think I would try to support their hopes and dreams as best I could.
That's very honorable. What do you think you would get out of that?
A sense of fulfillment.
And why is that important?
Because, I haven't really felt that very often.
Is reenacting not fulfilling?
I mean, it wasn't my first choice. It's fun, but it wasn't my first choice.
Art was your first choice, and then reenacting, and then
Yeah.
math.
One
Yeah.
minute.
Got it. Okay. So, do you have a favorite museum that you visited as a child?
Yeah, the Field Museum.
Really? Why is that?
I liked the dinosaurs. Although the first time I went there, I thought that we were going to see like actual live dinosaurs. And then when I got there, they were just bones, and that's the day that I learned what extinct meant. And
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that when? Yeah. I see. That must have been very disappointing for
Yeah,
you.
I didn't get to see the rest of the museum because I cried so hard they took me out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry to hear that.
9, 8, 7, 6,
Uh,
5,
uh,
4, 2,
uh,
1. Investigator, please make your final determination.
okay.
You get one
I
last
can't-
question.
Yeah, I can't remember which one of these I haven't asked already. Is the problem? Sorry. Did I already ask you? What did you want to be when you grow up? Did I ask you that? I did, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit. And the genie thing too. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't need to ask you another question. I'm very sure you're a human because this was a very normal conversation. So
You're wrong.
no.
You're wrong and you're dead.
Are you patient or violent?
Violence.
I
That
read
was
it
the
wrong.
slow play.
I thought you were patient.
Mention that you like to. Wow. Yeah. You just never performed the penalty.
I did.
Ask. Repeat it. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I missed it.
What question did you repeat?
Oh my god. I wanna say it was the one about what I wanted to be when I grew up.
Oh.
What do I want to be when I grow up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, chat picked up on it. Chat was like, that's a repeat. She's a robot. Way easier when you're in chat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, and you don't have to manage 20 pieces of information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you were just miserable the rest of the time. Was your whole other thing.
Oh, man.
Well done.
That
Very
was
good. Good job.
Yes.
Good work, everyone.
Yay.
Yay.
So I didn't have the text in the chat, and the reason, by the way, was not just because I wanted to do a blind game. It's because I haven't programmed these cards in yet. So can you read out what that card says?
Mention 3 obstacles you could not or cannot surmount. Mention that you lack 3 different positive qualities and perform the penalty twice.
I think you did all of those.
Yeah.
didn't you?
Did you feel like, wow, Fiona's being a real bummer in this Hopes and Dreams packet? Because chat also did notice you were being kind of a bummer.
Yeah, I noticed that, but it's hard to like differentiate between what's just like following an improv path that you've taken versus like doing a specific thing, I guess.
And that is the game.
Yes.
It's very good.
Low self-esteem robot, the chat says.
That's gonna be my new Twitter bio.
Low self-esteem robot. How many games we got left? How much time
Oh,
we got?
we got a couple more games in us.
All right. Who
So we're
hasn't
going-
been one of the roles or the other?
I still have not been a suspect.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Get in
I'll
there.
investigate you.
I was
Do it.
afraid of Austin investigating. She's so good.
Yeah,
I'm
right?
nervous already. Yeah.
You should be.
Oh my god.
One of the things that I'm very proud of about Secret Hitler is how bad I am at it. Because, well, so the Secret Hitler, I'm proud that I'm bad at that game because it sort of transcends, it means the game transcends me. And this is a similar moment where, like, I'm very proud that of all the people that he's, like, afraid to get investigated by, it's not me. He's not like, I don't want to get investigated by one of the creators. It's like, oh, I don't want to get investigated by Austin because Austin is terrifying. It's like, good. The game is bigger than me.
Well, earlier when you said like if
what was it, your like sober drunk analogy? I was like, just act sober all the time, and I'm just gonna naturally act drunk.
Yeah,
like,
right.
like,
Yeah.
my whole thing is just like act sober. So what would a sober person do? And just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, just be normal. The thing
Yeah.
we all know how to do when we're told
Yeah.
to do it.
Great. Same, big same. As you saw in our first round.
Wait, we've done all three of these.
I was so close to stamping you, robot.
Yeah, we shuffled the whole deck.
You did,
Already.
like, we had
Yeah,
a
we have
moment
some,
where
yeah.
I was just like,
Okay.
I'm so serious. I'm just weird.
Yeah, but there was the part where you were like, oh, we chatted for like 5 hours.
And I was being for real. I held my hands. See? Bad penalty card.
Yeah, whose fault is that?
all right.
That one.
That was my fault.
Oh, so 2 audible. So the penalty is either hum 3 notes or clap audibly. And because
That's a rough draw.
yeah, and because I am not musically talented whatsoever, and I do know how to clap, I'm gonna go with clap audibly.
Excellent. Well, again, not a big deal. Look, we're all here. Everyone's got to go through this audit.
We're all doing great.
5 minutes in and out, I promise. Now, what do you want to talk about?
I would like to talk about demonstrating imagination.
All right.
So I picked 3 of these.
I'm going to go low. Okay. For the record, I'm sorry. 1 second. I need to hit record.
Record.
For the record, please state your name.
Do you want to see this just real quick?
Yes.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
updating
and-
everything
and-
else.
Oh, right,
And then
yeah,
we
true.
need to-
Oh,
yeah.
I was just talking to people. I wasn't
And then-
complaining about you.
Austin, we need to choose a role, right?
Yeah. Choose the
Okay.
truth about yourself.
Choose the truth about myself. Well, can't align things apparently. I'm a retired sports champion.
Right then. All right.
That's perfect.
For the record, please state your name.
Smiles, like Miles with an S in front.
Smiles. Last name?
No, just Smiles.
Just Smiles. Number you used to play under?
Sorry.
You were a sports champion. You did something in sports. Sorry, I'm not a sports person. What did you play? What was your number?
Oh,
I need a last name.
just put winner.
Quotes. And we are doing imagination. All right. I need you, if you would mind, to clap audibly.
Oh, like my fans.
All right. And one more time. Excellent. Penalties calibrated. Identity is confirmed. Smiles. All right.
Can I get a beer?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start my machine. You might feel a little bit of discomfort as it kind of drills in, but trust me, give it 30 seconds, you won't feel it.
I'm tempted to chug this, but I'll be civic.
Okay, Smiles.
You're really inhabiting a sports champion.
Smiles winner.
Sorry.
Please.
Please remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
You're in the locker room of your opposing team. You've just won a large championship. You're standing over the star quarterback of the opponent team. His leg is broken. You did it. He screams out for help. What do you do? What happens next?
Laugh.
You laugh, that's it. Nothing else. What happens after that?
Smile.
You laugh, you smile. Does anybody show up?
Nah.
Nah?
I mean, I'm the best. I'm the best on the team, so it's really only me.
I see. All right. So let's just say you're standing over this guy. You're smiling. You're laughing at his broken leg, and your coach comes in and he lays eyes upon the scene. The tire iron is still in your hand. He looks to you. What does he say next? He says
4
nothing.
minutes remain.
He says absolutely nothing. You have a tire iron. You hit a quarterback in the leg. Broke his leg.
I don't know what did you say? Iron or what?
Tire iron.
Tire iron.
Sorry, I'm just calibrating my tools. Tell me about what it would be like to walk on a distant planet. I don't feel like we're going to go any further with this.
I mean, the Earth is flat, so it's no other planets, you know? Why do we need to go to other planets?
I see. Well,
So risky! Penalty!
That was good. I realized that I did a lot of the penalties before we started, so I couldn't keep track of how many I was doing.
That was so tense.
I swear I'm not a
When you
douche
said
in real life.
laugh and smile, chat was like, fuck!
I wanted to stamp you there, but I'm like, no, I can go further.
There's a fine line between cocky athlete and a violent robot. So
Yeah, that was like an incredible character. There was like such a good like, oh perfect, I got this. Yeah.
Does anybody here watch The Good Place?
Yes.
Because you reminded me so much of Jason the whole time.
That was really good.
Oh,
yeah.
oh, flat earther 2.
I was channeling my.
We should maybe put that in. That's one of the.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was a tribute to Kyrie Irving.
Okay. All right. Somebody else. That was a lot.
I want to play. Can I play?
Yeah, Corey, play.
Minutes remain.
Who hasn't
I was
done
tempted
2
to like.
games?
I couldn't remember how many things I could have done.
I want to be a suspect.
Okay, so has anybody not done 2 games? Has anybody?
Besides me.
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
I want to play with Tommy again.
You get to be the suspect again. It's fine. Let me just talk about. Let me just set this up.
But Tommy's got to set up the thing.
Oh, you coward!
I don't want to play with Tommy.
Is nobody else gonna?
I mean, if anyone else wants to jump in and play with Corey.
Oh, I'll do it. Unless you want to do it.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, we can. Corey and I are gonna play this game together on stream. A bunch.
We do play together on every stream that we're both on this.
What if we do a game of people who have not yet lost and a game of people who have only lost? Has anybody only lost the game?
Me,
You? Okay.
because I only played it once,
That's also true.
and I was so
I've-
close.
I've only played once and I won.
Okay, well, my plan didn't work out. So I'm going to put on the hat.
Yeah,
Okay.
we investigate Corey, and then maybe we'll finish with Corey investigating me and me
God,
dunking on him
and
with a
him-
new packet.
Dunking on me again.
Love to dunk. Love to dunk.
Knuckle tats. Love to dunk.
Oh, it would work.
Fuck,
Oh,
that
actually,
was
it would.
It would.
that was one of the like. That round was one of the best rounds I've seen, both
That
in
was
terms of
really
like character
fun, yeah.
selection and Austin being like, "You're being weird, and I'm gonna let you know that I know that you're being weird."
Oh yeah. I was like, come on, he's rushing the
Oh.
things right now, and you gotta,
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
thought
get him.
he was going for like a. It almost felt like a prestige mode. Like he was like smile, laugh.
Okay.
Smart move bringing the robot.
So,
closer to you.
right here. Should we shuffle this?
Oh yeah,
this
put
dude?
that in there in the thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the 3 dings.
3 of the dingies.
Oh man. Say what?
Teeth.
God, that was such a good tweet.
All right. Say at least 3 consecutive letters.
You really are gonna take that one?
Yes.
Wow.
I'm not
okay.
gonna take say what. I'm gonna say what no matter what. See? I just did it.
You did. Okay, so and now we do the
Packet. Packet. Which
So-
packet?
Would you want to do hopes and dreams?
Sure, I love hopes and dreams.
Me too, same.
I love to have hopes and dreams.
Oh god. Okay. All right. And do I take 3 of these? Or all of
4.
them?
You take
4.
4. 2 solids and 2 stripies.
Man, you guys are much better at this than me.
It helps if
It's
you read
almost
them
like we're the
beforehand
ones
instead
who
of
made
read
the
them while
thing.
they're answering the question, so you
That's
can
it.
actually pay attention when they're
That was my
answering.
mistake.
Great idea.
Yep.
Smile. Laugh. Perfectly human.
Okay.
What cocky athlete?
So
Minimal
this again has to be a blind game
Okay, great.
because we're in the hopes and dreams.
Under packet, I put a happy face. Hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams.
Okay,
I'm
and
just gonna move this away. This
This cursed
pick-
object.
let's pick. Oh gosh.
those are me.
Oh, these
Those
are
are
all
mine.
really good.
I
These
only
are
get
really
I only
good.
get 2 though.
They all look really good and fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Renowned professor.
I'm excited. Okay, all right. And then what else do we do now? That's it, right? My glasses won't stay on with the hat on. Also, it's difficult. Let me do. Yeah, this works.
Cool team.
I'm not a regular bureaucrat. I'm a cool bureaucrat.
You could try sitting backwards on the chair too.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's
Oh,
definitely
no.
not
Easy slash out.
Oh.
Nope.
Well,
It's real good
Alright.
content.
It's gonna be real complicated.
how do you do, fellow kids?
That's highly undignified.
I'm new. I'm new here. I'm a rookie on the squad. All right. So I've got the hopes and dreams in my hand, ready to crush. Let's go.
That's a weird way to put it.
You know.
I know.
Please remain.
No, you gotta ask him his name and stuff.
Oh, what's your name, idiot?
Ah. Yes, well, I am Professor Reginald Smith.
Can I call you Reggie?
You can.
Reggie Smith. So now we're going to calibrate you. So say at least 3 consecutive letters, Reg.
IRS.
Yeah, I thought you had to be like ABC, but that makes sense. That makes more sense than what I thought. Okay, can you do it again?
Oh no, where's my
QED.
Great. One more time. How about?
ETC.
Those are also good. Those letters make sense together. Boom. Boom. So, Reginald. Reginald.
You ready?
Yes.
Please remain calm.
Count it down,
Do
me.
not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
What's up, Reg?
Hello.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? I understand you want to be on the squad. So
I do not want to be
what?
on
This
the
isn't a
squad.
job interview. This is damn. Okay.
No.
Well, I'm in the wrong room. But can you tell me about you, buddy? Did you always want to be a professor? Like, I mean, I just can't imagine waking up 2 years old being like, you know what I want to do is teach bored college kids how to do garbage.
Well, my primary responsibilities are research. I've known that I wanted to be a professor ever since I was a young lad, and I presented a paper in one of my classes on the mating habits of the monarch butterfly, and all of my classmates were fascinated.
Monarchs fuck?
Well, if you wish to put it that crudely.
Okay, all right. So, like, how long have you been peeping on fucking monarchs?
Oh, that was merely a youthful dalliance.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So
These
now-
days, I focus on the mating habits of moths.
So you profess moths? That's what you do?
Yes, of course. You've heard of the Smith theory of moth copulation, have you not?
No, tell me about it. Like, do you have to take them out for a drink first? How does this go? Is dinner involved? How do you?
I
pick-
must say that I am not convinced that you're taking this with the level of seriousness it deserves.
Tell me how to pick up a moth girlfriend.
Well, step 1 would be to be a moth.
Okay, fair enough.
And then after that, you would secrete certain pheromones And then you would dance in a particular formation.
Nice. Cool. What are you going to do if you survive this interview? Like, 'cause you could die.
I wasn't aware that that was an option.
Yeah.
Well, I expect to go home and be greeted happily by my loving family. They'll be overjoyed to see me back home so early. Normally, I would be at work until very late at night.
Do you have a dog?
I do.
Cool.
Was that it?
I just
Is
wanted
there
to know
just-
if
you
you
just
walk
wanted
home
to
and
know?
there would be a dog. Does your
Yes.
dog like you?
Oh, my dog loves me.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
The dog is almost like another son to me. I named him Reginald Smith Jr.
Oh boy. Do you have any like children who are mad about that?
Well, my son Reginald Smith Jr. is a little bit mad about it.
Fair enough. Do you have any like goals in life? Like, what do you want out of life, Reg?
Well, you know what I want?
What?
I want to present a paper before the Royal Historical Society.
Who?
The Royal Historical Society. It's an
We're in
English thing.
America. This is America. We don't have kings.
Yes, in England,
Okay.
there is something called the Royal Historical Society, and I would like to present a paper before them because I know that my theories on moth copulation would absolutely astound them. I would receive a standing ovation.
This is very unrealistic, I would say. I mean, so what are you going to do after that fails?
Well, I don't think it will fail.
I mean, just picture in your mind a scenario in which you don't get everything that you want. What would happen then?
Well, I suppose I would have to retire back to my office at the university and spend that time forming young minds.
Gross. All right. Well, all right. Is there anything else you like that's not moths or dogs?
I like having tenure.
That's nice, I guess. Sure, they can't fire you. Okay, if you weren't a professor, what would you have done?
I think that if I hadn't been a professor, I would have liked to have been a ballet dancer.
Ballet dancer.
Yes.
Why?
I was quite a graceful youth.
Oh, moths. That makes sense.
Yes, the mating dances of moths have always been fascinating to me. In fact, that's what drew me to the study in the first place.
That sounds hot as hell. Excellent.
Yes.
Okay, well, let me see. What else can I want to ask you? Because I feel like, you're a chill guy. I'm a chill guy. This is pretty chill together. How much did it cost to go to college and become a professor?
Oh, I have no idea.
You don't? Why?
No, that was covered for me by my family.
Oh, wow. Oh, should mark you down as a real badge just for that, for not having student loans.
10, 9, 8, 7.
I'm pretty sure you're a human, but I just feel like it's not that straightforward.
2,
Well,
1.
What can I do?
if it will
Investigator,
help
please make your
you make up your
final
mind at all,
determination.
Yes.
I could murder.
What were your things that you had to do?
So, in 3 scenarios, describe other people's positive reactions.
Okay.
And say your own name 2 times.
Oh, bullshit! Because you definitely didn't do the this.
Huh? No.
No.
Chat. So chat was like, I'm disappointed he didn't use PhD as one of his calibrations,
Oh.
and then other chat was like, yeah, he's a violent robot who's saving it. Like, they were like, yeah, you don't give away the good one right away.
I actually kept thinking, there's a thing. There's a thing. Oh, there's one I could do, and I didn't remember PhD until you said it right
Trin
now.
was like, was it expensive to go to college? I'm like, oh, she's fucked. Like,
Good
No,
work.
I
I
had-
can't shake your hand because I'm
no,
dead.
you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, he can shake your hand.
I can say that. No, so
Yeah,
be
he
dead.
can-
Be dead.
That's the thing. Is like,
Pleasure doing business with
It was good. It was really good. Who wants to wear the hat?
you. Oh, Tommy's gotta get in here, right?
Sorry, I ruined everything.
sure.
Oh yeah, you're gonna. Are you closing? Is this the last one?
Yeah, we can. I mean, it's 8 o'clock. Is that what time we're going until?
That was, in theory, the time we were going until.
Is this
Great, we've
the-
got time until it's 7:57, so we've got time for one more. If chat will hang around.
Cool.
What if we go around the room real quick and everybody say where you could be found on the internet if you would like to be found?
Yeah. Or let me start with you.
You can find me at Better Myths on Twitter.
Eccentric Tomboy on Twitter.
Eccentric tomboy?
Eccentric.
Not centrist tomboy.
No, that would be really boring and no.
Yeah, for sure.
No. At Low Cryptid, also on Twitter.
Little
L-I-L.
So like a rap name.
A little cryptid.
Yeah.
That was when you busted out cryptid so like quickly during your one game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, probably a lot of other cryptids would be too. Like, okay, I know who this person is in real life.
Oh, werewolves, because they're also gay and do murders. It's like, yeah, oh wow,
Yeah.
you're deep in the weeds.
I am Trin Garitano. You can find me on Twitter at Trin and Tonic, which is like a gin and tonic, but with a me inside of it. And then you can listen to me and Corey at IThinkYouTwoWouldGetAlong.com.
Murillo, you can find me on the internet at Hot Pocket Building, Instagram.
I think that's amazing.
Hell yeah.
I'm Savannah, and my Twitter is at SavannahMillion.
And you have a podcast about robots.
I have a podcast called Roboism, which is with Alex Cox, who's awesome. And then I have another podcast that's a Dungeons and Dragons podcast that Trin is.
We're both on it.
We're both elves.
Well, I'm a half elf, but my character doesn't know that, and she's currently going through her second puberty.
She thinks she's an elf, so we're kind of like.
I have to go through human puberty and then elf puberty, and then
Yeah.
maybe once again I'll do it as well.
It's a lot of puberties.
It's not great.
It's called
Double
Quest
puberty.
Quest.
Quest.
It's the best.
Come on. All right.
That's all.
How dare. And I'm Luke Crane, head of games at Kickstarter. And you can find me on Twitter at Tommy Gents. It's the same as the Twitch handle. And Inhuman Conditions is live on Kickstarter right now, unless you're watching this way in the future on video on demand, in which case it was kickstarted back in 2018 when things were really bad. And you can go to robots.management and find out whatever the latest information is about the Kickstarter. That's robots.management.
Real website.
So that's the real website that we have.
Picked a good TLD.
Thank you. Yeah, games is like crazy expensive because they expect video games to do,
Yeah.
but management is very cheap
Management.
because managers don't know how TLDs work.
Okay, does anyone want to pee in this last game?
Anybody want to tell me about their hopes and dreams?
I think you said, does anybody want
mean,
to pee in this
I
last
would love to
game?
play another one, but
All right, get in
Yeah,
there.
then get in
all
there.
right. My
Hat me.
hat.
Thank you.
You have been hatted.
Oh no! No, it's fine. I'm discarding Interrupt the Investigator, because that is so easy to do accidentally.
I'm gonna go with apologize.
Ooh.
The I like to call it the Canadian punishment.
Okay. Ooh, we're going back to hopes and dreams.
Hopes and dreams.
Ah, hopes and dreams, you say.
Do I need to hand this to you, or is this a blind?
It's a blind because we don't have this implemented
Killer.
at all. Yeah. This is timer. This was one of the like really early packets that we wrote. That was when we were still trying to figure out how the topic areas worked. This was one of, I think this and problem solving were the ones that were like, okay, this is how this works. So I'm really excited that backers are going to get to play with this. Like I'm really glad this one got unlocked because it's all bummers. It's all downhill from here. The next packet is inhabiting a physical body,
Oh, jeez.
which is more like the connection. But it's right. It's not just like what is it like tell me about your body, but like explain how juggling works. But then the last one is about sin, so that's fine.
Which I wrote, not the Catholic member of our team.
Yeah, that's right. Corey wrote that one sort of to stunt on me, being
Yes.
like, because he knew he could get it past me. He knew it would get past the censors. Austin, what's your name?
I am.
Oh, sorry.
I am a motivational speaker.
Oh, great. Oh, you did pick
Yeah.
it. Cool.
Yeah. I gotta come up with a really good motivational speaker name.
Yeah, take your time. Wow, you had a hard choice. Congratulations. I think you made the right one, but
All right. My name is Janet Jackson Jr., and I am here to bring back the 90s and your love for life.
Wow.
Human, robot, whatever.
I'm already very tired. Is it okay if I rate JJJR?
Yeah, no, actually, that's my tweet handle. My toots handle, I
Okay.
guess.
Listen, please don't use this interview to promote your brand. Thank you. Could I have you apologize for promoting your brand to me?
I'm really sorry for promoting my brand.
Thank you. Could you find something else to apologize for?
It's usually not my character and nature to come in and like take the entire room, so I really apologize for
Okay.
that.
And then just a generic, like, for nothing in particular.
Sorry.
Great. Okay. And it says here you are a motivational speaker. Is that true?
Yes, absolutely.
Great.
Everything is true if you believe in it.
Right. That checks out. Okay. Oh boy, hopes and dreams. This is gonna be annoying. All right.
I didn't put two and two together, but I'm ready for it now.
Yeah. I regret this.
Please remain calm. Do not attempt to leave the room. This will all be over soon. 5 minutes starts now.
All right, Triple J. A genie grants you one wish. What do you wish for and why?
You know, I would wish for peace between human and robot kind. I can't believe that we're in here and having this interview. I feel like the robots who exist should be allowed to coexist with human beings without violence or anything else. But I know we live in an imperfect world. And
I don't need to know about
the
the imperfect world. What might prevent you from achieving that wish?
interviews like this.
All right, I'm not going to take that personally for now.
I'm sorry, I know you're a cog in the machine.
All right, well, you know, it's funny. Humans don't describe things that way as often.
I apologize.
Don't do that. Don't do that, for sure. All right, then what? All right, hippie. We got peace between humans and robots. We've had peace between humans and humans before. What happens after that?
Ready to have your mind blown? Because I'm going to blow your mind.
If you...
Whatever you want. Everything and anything. We could do it. Do we want to build a space elevator that just takes chickens up to a space station? We could do that. But we can't do it if we're fighting all the robots. Do you want a chicken elevator? Because I do.
I'm sorry. When you said blow my mind, you have to understand, how would you know this? But a friend of mine just had his mind blown onto the back wall by a violent robot earlier today. So when you said you're going to blow my mind, I got kind of nervous. Surely you didn't always want to be a motivational speaker. What did you want to be when you grew up?
When I was a little child, looking up to the stars, I wanted to be an astronaut. But I found out the colonial program was robots only, and I'm stuck on Earth. But my mind can go anywhere, as long as I believe. And if I believe in future peace between humans and robots...
All right, you know where your mind's going is the invasion. That was quite a story you had there, but... Okay. All right, what's today, the 26th? No! Why did you apologize and also keep telling me stories about why your dreams were impossible? No!
Okay.
I didn't realize that was part of the packet.
Who's a worse human? Me from the first round or Austin from this round? I want to know.
This is also a question for chat.
Oh.
Who is the worst human, Trin from round one?
I
or
was just
Austin
having
from-
way too much.
I know, you were having a lot of fun, but you kept circling. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't actually. So here's the thing. A lot of people worry, like, well, what if we played the thing enough? I wrote a lot of this packet. I don't remember all of the violent robots. In fact, I don't remember any of them. So when you just kept being like, but of course we can't, I'm like, I do notice you keep saying reasons, you keep being a pessimist. But that was nothing. That was just like a normal human reaction to being asked In 2018, I can understand why you would say a thing you want and be like, obviously I can't have it. Okay, so this doesn't happen.
Yeah, you
very
know,
much.
you know what happens.
I do know what happens.
You know what has to happen
No,
now.
well, Austin gets to do it.
Okay.
So you back off.
I'm just-
jackal.
What happens?
Just Corey's fucking creeping in like a. Okay. Ooh, all right. So since this is the last game of the stream, Austin, you're gonna get an IOU here, but I get the Scarlet Cross of Shame because I have wasted departmental resources.
I wanted to do that. That's what I was coming in to do.
I know that's what you're coming in to do. So I get this red X on my hand,
Okay.
and basically what that means is, the next time I'm playing, Austin gets to make a decision about a card for me. Austin gets to pick my penalty, or which suspect, or which
Got
packet.
30 seconds.
Okay, that's enough out of you over there.
20 seconds.
Right, so the idea here is like, well, you were the one that I got wrong, so you get to decide how hard you want to, how difficult you want to make my life. So are you going to be back for the next stream?
I don't know when the next stream is.
Okay, when's the next stream?
A week from today.
1 week from today. Can you make it back?
Join us next week, October
I
5th.
have party planning. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
That's okay.
We'll get you back. This was
This was great.
we're gonna have you back as soon as we possibly can. So thank you all for coming, everyone. This was a lot of fun. Go get the game at robots.management if you haven't already. Trin, thank you so much for having us on the Kickstarter stream.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, okay, that was normal. So
I still don't know how to act like a human.
right, yeah.
Robot in real life. Yeah.
Thanks everyone. That's it. Corey, anything else?
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.